Hello. We will now discuss in detail the different operators participating in UCI management. Of course, the first player is the management company. It is mandatory in the case of mutual funds having the status in France of FCP, or Fonds Communs de Placement, as they don't have legal personality. However, the presence of a management company isn't mandatory in the case of SICAV, in French, Société d'Investissement à Capital Variable, that doesn't possess legal personality. It could therefore manage itself, but this is rare. The second essential operator is, of course, the regulator. In France, it is the AMF that approves the management program for the management company and gives approval to the different UCIs that were created. The third player, the promoter, is the one who allows the launch of the UCI in order to satisfy mainly their clients. The fourth operator, the distributors, they are the ones that physically sell the product to the client. Traditionally, it is the case for banking networks, but taking into account the prominence of internet in the distribution of funds, other platforms have emerged. Let's now move on to the operators that we can call administrative. The fifth player, therefore, the depository of a UCI. Since the last UCITS directives, they are practically mandatory in any case. The depository has two roles. The first is custody account keeping for the UCI. This function can be subcontracted, but without having to lose the responsibility of it. The second is depository control, which is the verification that all the actions carried out for the UCI's accounts fully respect the rules that apply to this UCI and are carried out with its own interest and that of its shareholders in mind. This role can't be subcontracted. The sixth operator, the transfer agent, collects the subscription or redemption orders from distributors in order for them to be executed and that the relevant shares be placed or withdrawn from the end client's account. They generally keep records of the UCITS liabilities, that is, how many shares were issued and to whose account they were assigned. It must be noted that depending on if the UCI has been admitted to the local settlement systems or not, this liability management work, operated by the fund issuer, account keeper, can be very different. Often, it is the depository that takes on the roles of transfer agent and liability management. The seventh player, the accountant or fund valuation officer. As its name implies, they account for the transactions made by the UCI or the UCI's account and calculate its net asset value. This role can be taken on by the management company itself, sometimes by the depository or one of its subsidiaries. Let's remind ourselves that the management company is responsible of the net asset value calculation even if they have subcontracted this role. Finally, the eighth and last operator, statutory auditors. They certify the UCI's accounts just like any other company. Nevertheless, the time period, often equal to or more than a year after the closing of the accounts, makes this control overdue in case of a problem, which is why the depository's role in this matter is so important. Thank you for your attention.